Here is 101 fascinating facts about Dodge that you can listen to while you fall asleep. The Dodge Brothers Company was founded in 1900 by John and Horace Dodge as a parts supplier before building complete cars in 1914, quickly earning a reputation for rugged reliability and mechanical strength. The very first Dodge car sold to the public in 1914 was simply called the Dodge Model 30, which was more powerful and better equipped than Ford's Model T, sparking an intense early rivalry. In 1928, Chrysler purchased Dodge Brothers for $170 million, bringing Dodge into the fold of a larger automotive family and positioning it between Plymouth and DeSoto in price and prestige. The 1955 Dodge Lane Femme was a pastel-colored, women-targeted special edition that came with a matching handbag, lipstick case, and raincoat, one of the quirkiest marketing experiments in auto history. Dodge introduced the Ram name for its pickups in 1981, inspired by the hood ornaments first used on Dodge trucks in the 1930s, eventually spinning Ram off into its own brand in 2009. The Dodge Charger made its debut in 1966 as a sleek fastback, evolving into one of the most famous muscle cars of the late 1960s and early 1970s. The 1968 to 1970 Chargers are now some of the most collectible muscle cars in the world, thanks to their Coke bottle styling, hidden headlights, and multiple movie appearances. Dodge's Challenger first hit the streets in 1970, competing directly with the Ford Mustang and Chevrolet Camaro in the Pony Car Wars. The Challenger R/T with the 426 Hemi was a street-legal terror, running quarter miles in under 14 seconds right from the factory. Dodge's Super Bee, launched in 1968, was a budget-friendly muscle car based on the Coronet that delivered high performance without a luxury price tag. The Dart Swinger was a popular compact muscle machine in the late 1960s and early 1970s, often ordered with potent small-block V8s for surprising speed. The original Dodge Viper, unveiled in 1991, stunned the world with its 8.0-liter V10 engine, manual-only transmission, and lack of electronic driving aids, a true throwback to raw performance. The Viper GTS of the late 1990s became an instant icon, with its double-bubble roof and dominance in endurance racing, especially at Le Mans. The Dodge Daytona became the first car to break 200 miles per hour in NASCAR, achieving the feat in 1970 thanks to its aerodynamic nose cone and massive rear wing. That wing Daytona, along with its Plymouth Superbird cousin, was so fast it caused NASCAR to change the rules, banning such extreme aerodynamic designs. The Dodge Ram SRT-10, introduced in 2004, stuffed the Viper's 500-horsepower V10 into a full-size pickup, making it the fastest production truck in the world at the time. The Dodge Magnum SRT-8 wagon, produced in the mid-2000s, paired muscle car performance with family hauling practicality, becoming a cult favorite. Dodge's Scat Pack name first appeared in 1968 as a marketing term for a group of high-performance models, and it was revived in 2014 for Charger and Challenger packages. The modern Charger, reintroduced in 2006, shocked purists by having 4 doors, but its aggressive styling and big engine options won over a new generation. The 2015 Dodge Challenger SRT Hellcat blew minds with a supercharged 6.2-liter Hemi V8 making 707 horsepower, an unheard-of figure for a mainstream production car at the time. The Hellcat Red-Eye variant took things further, producing 797 horsepower and running the quarter mile in the mid-10-second range straight from the showroom. The Challenger Demon, launched in 2018, became the quickest production car ever in the quarter mile, hitting 9.65 seconds on a prep drag strip. The Demon came with a crate of drag racing tools, skinny front tires, and an ECU tune for 100-octane fuel, making it a true factory dragster. Dodge became known for absurdly named paint colors like Plum Crazy, Go Mango, Sublime, and Panther Pink, which are now collector favorites. In the 1970s, Dodge sponsored several iconic macho power wagon off-road trucks with bold graphics, raised suspensions, and desert-ready performance. The Dodge Omni GLH, designed with help from Carroll Shelby in the 1980s, stood for Goes Like Hell and offered hot hatch performance from a humble economy car platform. The Shelby GLHS took it even further, with Goes Like Hell S'more, as its cheeky meaning, producing shocking speed for front-wheel drive hatchback of its era. Dodge participated in Trans Am racing, NHRA drag racing, and even rally events, proving its versatility across motorsport disciplines. Vin Diesel's character Dominic Toretto in the Fast and Furious films famously drives a 1970 Dodge Charger R/T, making it one of the most recognizable movie cars in the world. The Viper returned in 2013 with an 8.4-liter V10 producing 640 horsepower, but stricter safety regulations and low sales ended production in 2017. Dodge teased electrification with the Charger to Daytona SRT concept, promising an electric muscle car that still delivers visceral performance and a simulated exhaust sound. The brand's Brotherhood of Muscle marketing slogan aims to unite Dodge enthusiasts under a common love for speed and style. The Durango SRT Hellcat became the most powerful production SUV in the world when launched in 2021, boasting 710 horsepower. Dodge muscle cars are among the last American performance cars to still offer big V8s in an era of downsizing and hybridization. Collectors prize the 1970 Hemi Challenger R/TSE as one of the rarest muscle cars, with only a handful built with certain option combinations. The Dodge Lil Red Express truck of the late 1970s was the fastest American production vehicle in its year, thanks to emissions loopholes that allowed its high-output V8 to breathe freely. The Dodge Spirit R/T of the early 1990s was the fastest sedan sold in America at the time, with turbocharged four-cylinder making 224 horsepower. The Challenger T/A-Pace tribute to Dodge's original Trans Am race cars of the early 1970s with performance upgrades and retro graphics. Dodge was one of the first manufacturers to offer a factory warranty on vehicles modified by performance legend Carroll Shelby. The Dodge Rampage of the early 1980s was a small car-based pickup, predating the modern compact truck trend by decades. The 1969 Dodge Charger Daytona became so famous it inspired toy cars, model kits, and multiple generations of scale replicas. The Dodge Stealth of the 1990s was mechanically related to the Mitsubishi 3000 GT, offering all-wheel drive, twin turbos, and futuristic features. The Dodge Challenger SRT Hellcat Jailbreak Edition allows buyers to mix and match nearly any color, trim, and wheel option to create unique builds. The Challenger SRT Demon 170, revealed in 2023, became the most powerful production muscle car ever with 1,025 horsepower on E85 fuel. Dodge's polarizing decision to end production of gas-powered Challengers and Chargers after 2023 marked the end of an era for American muscle. The Dart nameplate was revived in 2013 as a compact sedan, but failed to capture the magic of its classic predecessors, ending in 2016. The Dodge Journey crossover, while never a performance car, was a surprise sales success in North America and several export markets. The early Dodge brothers were known for their rough humor and love of speed, often racing their own vehicles to prove durability. Dodge trucks participated in military service during World War II, supplying rugged WC Series trucks for U.S. forces in multiple theaters. The Dodge Charger Police Pursuit Package has been a staple for law enforcement fleets across America, praised for speed, durability, and intimidating presence. The Challenger Hellcat Supercharger produces a distinctive whine that became as recognizable as the car's silhouette. The Dodge Rampage concept of 2006 teased a return to small pickup trucks, but it never reached production. The Dodge Caravan revolutionized family transportation in 1984, essentially creating the modern minivan category. Dodge's current performance lineup focuses heavily on nostalgia, blending retro styling cues with modern tech to keep loyal fans engaged. Dodge began in 1900 as a supplier of automotive parts for Ford and other companies before launching their own cars in 1914, quickly gaining a reputation for durability and innovation in the competitive early auto industry. The original Dodge brothers, John and Horace, were known for their engineering genius and hands-on approach, often personally testing cars on rough Detroit roads before approving them for production. During World War I, Dodge produced military vehicles, including trucks and ambulances, which strengthened their reputation for ruggedness and reliability in harsh conditions. In 1928, Dodge was purchased by Chrysler, expanding its resources and integrating Dodge into a growing American automotive empire while retaining its distinctive brand identity. The Dodge Charger debuted in 1966 as a sleek fastback muscle car, instantly becoming a competitor to Ford's Mustang and Chevrolet's Camaro in the Pony Car Wars. The 1969 Dodge Charger R/T gained worldwide fame as the car driven by the Duke boys in the television series The Dukes of Hazzard, often performing dramatic jumps and chase scenes. The 1970 Dodge Challenger was launched to compete directly with the Mustang and Camaro, offering a wide variety of trims, engines, and customization options for enthusiasts. Dodge's 426 Hemi engine, nicknamed the Elephant for its size and power, became legendary in drag racing circles and is still revered by muscle car fans today. The Dodge Super Bee, introduced in 1968, was a budget muscle car that delivered performance at a lower price point, appealing to younger buyers. Dodge trucks, particularly the Ram line, have a strong legacy in towing and hauling, with the Ram name officially separating from Dodge branding in 2010. The Dodge Viper, first released in 1992, stunned the world with its massive V10 engine, raw driving experience, and unapologetic lack of modern driving aids. The second-generation Viper, introduced in 1996, refined the design but retained its brutal power, becoming a staple in American supercar culture. Dodge's SRT division, short for Street and Racing Technology, is responsible for high-performance versions of vehicles like the Charger, Challenger, and Durango. The Dodge Demon, released in 2018, is the fastest production quarter-mile car ever built, capable of producing 840 horsepower on race fuel and lifting its front wheels off the line. Dodge revived the Scat Pack name from the late 1960s to offer performance-focused models with more affordable pricing compared to top-tier Hellcats. The Dodge Magnum, reintroduced in 2005 as a station wagon, surprised many by offering Hemi power and rear-wheel drive in a practical package. Dodge has a deep connection with drag racing, offering factory-built drag cars like the Challenger Drag Pack, which come ready for competition straight from the assembly line. The original Dodge Ram SRT-10 pickup, built in the mid-2000s, used a V10 engine derived from the Viper and became the fastest production truck of its time. In NASCAR, Dodge has fielded legendary cars like the Charger Daytona, known for its massive rear wing and aerodynamic nose that dominated superspeedway racing in 1969 and 1970. The Dodge Omni GLH, designed in the 1980s, was a small turbocharged hatchback that shocked drivers with its performance and was humorously nicknamed Goes Like Hell by Carroll Shelby. Dodge's return to retro styling in the mid-2000s with the Charger and Challenger proved immensely popular, attracting both nostalgia-driven buyers and a younger performance audience. The Challenger Hellcat, launched in 2015, became an instant icon with its 707 horsepower supercharged V8, forcing competitors to raise their performance game. Dodge's wide-body options for the Charger and Challenger improve handling by adding wider tires and aggressive stance, blending visual impact with track performance benefits. The Durango SRT Hellcat is one of the most powerful three-row SUVs ever made, combining practicality with supercharged muscle car performance. The Dodge Journey, while not a performance vehicle, became a popular budget-friendly SUV, offering versatility and affordability to families. Dodge's advertising has often leaned into bold, rebellious themes, branding its modern lineup as domestic, not domesticated, to emphasize attitude and performance. The brand's connection to Hollywood includes appearances in films like Fast and Furious, where Chargers and Challengers are often featured in high-octane chases. Dodge experimented with electric concepts decades ago, including the Dodge ENVI program in the late 2000s, foreshadowing their current push toward EVs. The upcoming Dodge Charger to Daytona SRT EV aims to deliver muscle car excitement in an electric package, even including an artificial exhaust note called the Fratsonic Chamber Exhaust. The Fratsog logo, used in the 1960s and 70s, was revived for Dodge's electric future, symbolizing innovation and heritage. Dodge's 1970 Challenger R/T convertible, is now among the most valuable Mopar muscle cars, fetching six-figure prices at auctions. The Dodge Lilred Express truck, built in 1978 and 1979, was the fastest American production vehicle of its time, thanks to emissions loopholes. The Warlock pickup, part of Dodge's adult toys line in the late 70s, combined flashy styling with V8 performance. The Dodge Dakota convertible remains the only factory-built convertible pickup sold in the U.S., produced from 1989 to 1991. The Dodge Colt, a rebadged Mitsubishi, gave Dodge an affordable compact option during the fuel-conscious 1970s and early 1980s. The 1966-67 Charger featured a full-width taillight and fastback roofline, a bold departure from typical muscle car styling. Dodge's Aspen R/T of the late 1970s offered muscle car performance in a more subdued, family-friendly package. The Dodge M4S Turbo Interceptor, built for the movie The Wraith, could reportedly reach speeds over 190 miles per hour. Dodge factory-backed drag racing in the 60s included Hemi Darts and Barracudas built solely for quarter-mile domination. The Neon SRT4 shocked the compact car market in the early 2000s with its 230-horsepower turbocharged engine and affordability. The Challenger SE luxury package in the 70s catered to buyers wanting style and comfort along with muscle car looks. Dodge's Power Wagon name has been used since 1945, transitioning from military-based trucks to modern off-road beasts. Special edition Dodge Daytonas and Superbirds were designed to dominate NASCAR's high-speed tracks before rule changes banned their extreme aerodynamic features. The Dodge Shadow and Spirit R/T of the early 90s featured turbocharged four-cylinder engines that rivaled contemporary sports cars in acceleration. The Intrepid, a popular sedan in the 1990s, showcased Dodge's cab-forward design philosophy, maximizing interior space and modern styling. The Dodge Caravan, introduced in 1984, pioneered the minivan segment, changing family transportation forever. In the 1950s, Dodge produced the La Femme, a car marketed specifically to women, featuring pastel colors and matching accessories. The Dodge Charger Daytona and Plymouth Superbird are now among the most collectible muscle cars due to their rarity and racing pedigree. Dodge's commitment to supercharged engines in the 2020s has made it one of the last brands to offer high-displacement V8s before transitioning to EVs.